The name is Brandon Groce. And we are the Game Changers. Designers, creatives alike. We are in a world that runs on value. Our next designs will be the shiniest. Our next animations will be the most buttery. Ladies and gentlemen, Game Changers, let the games begin.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Editor X Live with me, your host, Brandon Groce. I'm super excited to have you guys here to work on vertical menus in today's walkthrough. So with that said, I do want to say hello to our live chat. What's going on, JT, Victor, and for those of you guys watching the replay, you guys can... Ooh, I actually need to give that to you guys yet again in the chat. We're working on things down to the wire here, but I'm going to drop the starter files in the channel or in the description down below, but you guys can download that and follow along with me today. But I'm going to go ahead and just share that with those of you who are in the chat right now. And if you're rewatching the replay, just go to the link in the description. You can join our Discord and follow along with the files down below. All right, give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and get my content here. But while I am doing that, how are you all today? How are you doing this fine evening? Let me see. Boom, boom. Challenges. April. Files. And today we are on challenge 07. All right, give me a second here. Copy Dropbox link. Boom. There you go for those of you in the chat. And for those of you guys watching the replay, I will go ahead and I'll just do that right now. Boom. Paste. Save. All right, you guys should have that in the description. So let's show you guys what we're working on today. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. So we are working very simply on vertical menus. This is a feature a lot of people don't really realize we do have in Editor X, and is really a lot simpler than you think to put together. So we have our logo here, and we have basically, I think the only two assets we have is the logo and I think this gradient. Everything else we can create in Editor X. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to upload first our assets, our media, to Editor X. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Upload from computer. And I am going to go to our files here. Boom, 3D. Nope, not 3D projects, Brandon. Let's go to Editor X. Let's go to our challenges. And let's grab challenge 7. So we have all of our SVGs plus our rectangle. I'm going to open all of those, upload them, let them steep in Editor X. JT says, in the live chat says, I am tired, carried a bunch of bricks to build a new garden wall. That is a lot. You're like, whoo, it's time for a break. I understand completely. All right, so here's the little first trick. So what I have right now is I've opened a fresh new blank Editor X website. And as you guys know, if I wanted to add a new section, we have these little pluses above and below a section. But if I click off to the left or to the right, we get these add sections to the left and the right of our section here. And all I have to do is add section and I get a full vertical section just like this. A lot of people don't know this, but there it is. So we're gonna, instead of having our menu here, we're gonna basically just delete this and we're gonna create our entire menu here. And it's basically the same way we would right here. So let's go ahead, don't display. And let's start crack-a-lacking over here. Now, what I do wanna go ahead and do here is make this section 100 VH so we have some room to play with on the entire site. But now let's go ahead and start getting our colors for our vertical menu. JT in our live chat says, I've been waiting for this video because I've been planning to replace my store filter with vertical menus. Beautiful. This is perfect timing then. So we're going to go ahead and grab this hex code. It is 090F39. And of course, if you guys have the starter files from down in the description, you guys will have that. So I'm going to add a color here, just like this, copy paste. I'm going to delete. All right, let me just grab, not the hex, but let me grab the rest of the numbers. There we go. Let's hit apply. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to apply a grid. I'm just going to do a quick 1x2. Because what we're going to do is we're going to have our logo. We're going to have our logo in the top portion here. And all of our content down below. So next, and there's a couple ways we can do this. But before we get into all those ways, I'm going to quick add a image here. Change image, and we're going to just pop in our logo. Let's see which one it is. We're going to have to click through all of these because I didn't name them. Actually, you know what? I didn't export our logo here, so let's go ahead and do that. Export PNG, and we're going to upload one more time. We're going to actually name this logo. There we go. Pop that in there. And let us update. Perfect. I'm going to click on my cogwheel. I'm going to reset image, and we have our logo ready to go in there. We're just going to resize it and center it in our section there. And another thing I do want to do is I want to kind of add a little bit of some margin here. So if we look at all of this content, there's basically very consistent spacing from the left side. And so we have 16 pixels. So what I'm going to do in Editor X is I'm going to click this section. I'm going to scroll all the way down to padding, and I'm going to have 16 pixels, just like that. And I'm going to left align everything to that side here. Okay, so next what I'm going to go ahead and do, I have yet to figure out what is the best way or how I want this exactly. Because if we look at this, we have an image right next to each one of these menu pieces. So let's kind of figure this out. The easiest way to do this is like any other menu. Come in, go to media and search, and we can simply just drag one of these. Let me grab the, oops. Let's just start with this. We're gonna go ahead and do, let's play with, well, first let's get our pages in. I'm going to add a couple more pages. Let's see what we have. We have dashboard. So I'm going to add new, paste. Next one should be content. I'm just going to change this name here. We've got customers. Kimberly, what's going on? Glad to have you in the chat. All right, let me go ahead and paste customers, orders, shipping, and product. Shipping, and let's get one more, product. Perfect. Okay. So all I'm going to go ahead and do is close this out. What just happened? Where did the side, where did our side menu go? Oh, I know where it is. Okay. It's on a different page. So let's check on dashboard. All right, here we go. And we are going to have to turn this section. We are going to have to turn this into a master. We're going to turn this into a header. And so that it sets up basically on every single page, what we're going to need to do is let's go ahead and change the background of this yet again. Let's find our blue that we had. And I'm going to actually make this a theme color. So I'm going to go in here, edit theme. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to change this to be, there we go. Let me copy this, just the numbers and the letters. There we go, apply, perfect, apply. Let's go back here. Boom. Using our theme color. And now that this is a master, why this is important to have this as a master is because we want this to be on every page. And so let's go to masters very quickly. We're going to wait for this to show up. There we go. We're going to click these 3 buttons, and we want to go to show on. Right now, it is only showing on the content page, and we want this to show up on literally all our pages because it's our header. We're going to go ahead and hit apply. So now that regardless of where we are on the website, everything should be, or all of our pages should have this header. Okay. So now let me go ahead and do the rest of our, let's go to manage menu here really quick. We're going to go to add new item, site pages, and we're going to do content, dashboard, customers. We're not going to do home, orders, shipping, product, and let's hit apply. All right. And from here, we're going to go to manage menu. We're going to just change some of these things. Dun, dun, dun. All right, perfect. So what we want to do here is now we want to actually edit this menu. So we're going to go to text. We are going to reduce this to about, let's do 14 for now. And now we need to go ahead and actually change the backgrounds for what is happening here. All of the backgrounds for each one of these things is white. So selected, what we're going to go and do is we're going to get our, I wish this is kind of where we could get the gradient, but like I said, there's a couple ways to build this. And so we're going to do one way, which is the easy way, and then we're going to try a little bit of a custom way. So we're going to just grab a nice blue color here. Text, we're going to make sure that this is white. And we are going to, for the regular, we are going to remove the backgrounds from these, just like this. We're going to make sure that the text is white. Just like that. And let's see here. I do want to make, let's go to manage menu. Let's go to the, let's try to find, I want some spacing. So let's see where we can actually change this. Let's go to spacing here. Let's see, vertical. So this is where we can change the actual spacing between each item here. Let's change the size of the logo, just like this. And let's line everything left. And let's see what we're looking at here. So this is like a basic vertical menu. What I do want to do for the next 15 minutes is I want to make another version of this. So I am going to, for right now, I am going to remove or detach from masters so that we can edit this individually. And also, give me a second, guys. I need to, oh, 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. So what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to do this a little bit more custom. So what I want to do, and this might not be the right way of doing it, but for those of you guys who are wondering how you can get something a little bit more custom like this, there is a way, but it's a little bit unintuitive and not so much traditional. So we're going to delete our menu here. We are going to use buttons. Now, some people will be like, Brandon, what? But so let's go ahead and do this. Let's try this. And this is more so for an aesthetic. So we're going to go ahead and use our gradient button. We're going to change the word here. We're going to do dashboard. And we're going to reduce the size of this. We're not going to do bold. Let's go to text. Let's go to Montserrat. LMN. Boom. Font size, we will play with 14. We will not bold this. And let's go ahead and add an icon. So we're going to go to text and icon here. And I do wish that we could swap this. So if I wanted to replace icon, I'm going to go ahead and grab, let's see which one is our house here. Or not our house, but our little dots here. Let's go to our icon. Let's go to the size of it. Let's scale this down. And let's go to layout. So we're going to have our icon on the left. We're going to have it left align. Oops. Spacing between our icon and our text. There we go. Perfect. And for our text, we're also going to reduce the color. So let's go to text color. And let's bring this down to... Actually, no, this is what's going to be selected. So we'll just stick with that state. All right, perfect. So the next thing that we are going to do is we're just going to duplicate this a couple times. So one, whoops, not save it. Hold on. Control D. We're going to pull this down. Control D. And what we're going to do is we're just going to change the... Whoops. Duplicate. We're going to change the icons, we're going to change the names, and we're also going to change the selected state. Okay, so I'm going to select all these holding shift. And I am going to stack these. And I am going to go to layout and make sure that the spacing between these is about 10 pixels. And we'll do 20. There we go. All right, so now let's switch these. Let's go to design, button state. We are going to do, all right, so we have button. This is the regular state. Yeah, this is where it's going to be tricky, guys. This part I didn't think about necessarily. Background fill, I can add a layer. Because there is no... That's the thing with this. And this is the part where I wanted to, one, show the aesthetic, but also the first menu that we did, which is with our masters. Let's just check those out. And I'm going to have to give you guys like a real, like with this. I want to learn how to, and I'll give you this, like this is the basic version. Like you guys can finish this, do that, and you're good to go for our challenge. But what I want to be able to do is for the backgrounds of these, for the selected, because if we preview this, right, we can go to any one of the, whoops, we went to the wrong page. Hold on, guys. Let's go back to edit. The dashboard is the site that we totally changed the master on that one. So let me refresh. So this is kind of like, for now, if you want to have, and we'll go to shipping. Okay. This is kind of what we have in terms of options. I'm still looking for how to make this a little bit more complex, but for now, this is how we make our vertical menus. But I have yet to figure out how to make them that much more sexy. I was hoping to walk through this with you in terms of how to do that. But let's see. Let's see. Maybe we can get some border stuff happening here. Let me see. So that is border width. Let's see. Bottom, all sides. What does this do? Oh, that is a line. Let's see. So those are just the borders. Yeah, we don't want any of that. But for now, guys, the basics, this is how you make a vertical menu. When it comes to the other things, we're gonna have to experiment and try some certain things out. Like, for example, I wanna really figure out how to do, I wish there was more options here, and I might have to, you know, talk a little bit to the team and see what we can do. But actually, let's go to this preview. Let's go to these other pieces. I'm just not gonna go to dashboard because that's where we started doing changes to the master. So I can go to content here. Oh, oh my God. I did it again. All right. Maybe it's content that has the wrong, yeah, it's content. So we're not gonna click on content. Customers should be fine. Orders should be good to go. Shipping, good to go. Products, good to go. But I do wish that there was the ability to do what we're kind of doing here, where we have the hover and the selected version kind of be like this. But until we're able to do that, you know, we kind of have to figure out how can we make something aesthetic with our other options. And so that's why I started doing stuff like this. But we're gonna kind of get into, you know, the only other way that I think we should, really the only reason I think we should be doing something like this is if, say, there is one particular page that's important, say the dashboard, and then the rest of, let's grab a menu. Let's just grab this one. Or not a horizontal, let's grab a vertical. Vertical. And let's do, nope. Let's do this. And I'm going to just create a new menu here, manage site menus. Add new menu, test 2. Okay, I'm gonna add site pages to this, and I'm just going to add, not the dashboard, we're gonna add all of the other pages. Customers, orders, shipping, product. Product, customers, shipping, order. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and change these regular. We're gonna just turn the backgrounds off on that. Text, we're gonna make white. Font, Montserrat. Regular. We're gonna change the size to 14. Maybe 12. No, we'll do 14. It just didn't change. Okay. So I was kind of thinking maybe something like this, where you have a main, and you can turn this into, we can use this link and we can make it go to any page that we want. We would just go here, we'll make it go to dashboard. Hit done. And these other things, they'll just go to the pages themselves. But this is kind of how I was imagining, you know, maybe there's an important particular page and we want to have that be a call out, and these other ones, they would be just fine, and they would, you know, their selected state would just be a little bit different. Let's pick this nice blue here. Let's see what that looks like. Also want to give them a hover state too. Select, or is this, hold on. Selected, regular. Okay. All right, let's check it out. So I'm gonna go to product, and then it switches to this other one. So let me go back to dashboard. Nope, content. There we go. So this is kind of how I would do it, guys. These are our two options for a vertical menu. I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna go and switch over to the chat real quick and see what your guys' questions are. JT is asking, wish there was possible to add underline text to buttons. Right now I am using a coded line, but underline text would be awesome. You actually can do that. So how you can do that, let me just show you. So what you're gonna go ahead and do, you're gonna go to, so the question was, how do you get underlined text in a menu? So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna grab, this one's pretty much, let's see. Not sure I want to use this one. Let's just use a horizontal one for right now. So this. So we have these lines on top of our menus. And if you wanted to do a text element, quick add, let's do a title. Once you add a link, or first you have the underline here, but you can also make this a link here by clicking this. And we can send this to a page, we can just send it to dashboard. And if this is clicked, this will send me to the dashboard. So let's go ahead and give that a try. What page are we on right now? I have no idea. Let's go to preview. I can click on this and it will take me to the dashboard page. Let's go back to edit site. Let's go back to content. And these, so what is happening with these? Buttons. Let's see. Maybe we can do that with buttons. Let's try it out. Let's go to button. Let's go to, let's just pull start now. Let's see what happens. And we're gonna go ahead and do, let's turn off the background here. And I think other people have asked about this as well, JT. So corners. Yeah, because the border, for example, I think someone was asking, it would be awesome if they could do the border on just one piece. So I don't think we have that yet, but I think EditorX is going to have something like this in place. But for now, kind of what I've been using to work around that is just for the aesthetic of the line is just this. Or what you can do is create your own button, which is you create a container, you put text in it, then you use a decorative line underneath of it, and then just select all of that, put it in a container, and then link that. So it's a little bit more complex, but if you're going for aesthetic over everything, you're gonna have to kind of jump some hoops to create what you want. So let's see. Yeah, that will be for another day though, but I totally hear what you're saying. If you want a line, this is what I would mess around with. And I think how you deal with this to put the line on the bottom instead is, let's go to design. I believe it's corners, shadows. Is it the layout here? I saw it the other day. I'll have to figure it out and let you know in the Discord. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to say this has been a successful vertical menu tutorial. If you guys enjoyed this, do not forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And of course, do not forget to, most importantly, go down in the description, join our Discord, check out the starter files for this project. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you guys on the next one. And of course, you guys can check out the rest of this YouTube channel that has multiple videos on responsive design, really any other topics you can. My body is jacked up. I apologize, guys. I needed to do some yoga. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. My neck hurts. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day. Bye. Dope responsive websites.